just dropping in and starting to mess up my knees. Hey you guys, okay, so my name is Bella. For anyone who doesn't know, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by, and if you haven't already,
well, this is awkward.
I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come on back next time for more. Alright, so today we are here to do a little DIY. You guys know I love a DIY. You guys see me, I do a lot of DIYs with clothing, like spray painting shoes and just redoing clothes and doing stuff to my car. I needed some nightstands in my room and there was no way I was paying hundreds of dollars for 2 little nightstands. That could go towards food. Okay, I'll show you guys some more little things I did. I made some DIY pillows and a coffee table. You'll see. I went on my favorite sites, which is OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. Those are my 2 favorites because Craigslist, it's very sketch, very sketchy. When you buy something from there, they always leave out a detail. It's something that they're not telling you. Like I just had a bad experience with Craigslist, so I'm just like, some people will try to sell you anything. But anyway, I wanted some white nightstands with black hardware. So I found these online. I want to say Facebook Marketplace where I found them for $10. So I was like, cool, bet. So I went, picked them up, brought them back. Now, they were kind of crusty, flaking, chipping, holy, but I was able to turn them into this. And I'm excited to show you guys how. It was work, it was a lot of work, but it wasn't hard work. So if you guys want to see how I did it, stay tuned. So the first thing I did was I sanded these bad boys down. You see the top, it's very worn. We'll just call it worn, very worn. Obviously there was some kind of clear coating on there that had worn down. This was my first time using this bad boy right here. This is a sander. Yes, I got it from Walmart for like, it was under $20. I want to say $16, $17. And yeah, this is my first time. And you could also just use sandpaper. You don't necessarily have to use a sander, but I like my tools, so if I can, you know, get an easy tool that will help me out to do it faster, I'm gonna be like just scraping all day. I'm gonna do that. It made it nice and smooth. It takes a little bit of time because I got a small one, and I think I should have got a higher grit sandpaper. I just used the ones that came with it. Next time I'll probably get a higher grit because it did take a little longer than I think it needed to, but it got the job done with very little effort. It was very loud, I will say that. As you see, I did all this on my balcony. I need a backyard, y'all. Sanding is not something you want to do in the house. You definitely want to do this outside. So if you're going to use a sander, definitely have an outside area. If you're going to sand it by hand, you could do it in the house. I would say be in a place where it's well ventilated, wear a mask so you're not breathing in the dust and stuff that comes off of it. A smooth surface after, and I love a smooth wood. Ooh. It made me not even want to paint it. It was so nice and smooth, but we had to. We had a task at hand and we were going to get it done. I actually didn't show this part, but I washed them down after sanding them. So I took a sponge and a bucket of like soapy water and stuff, and I just cleaned it down really good, really, really well. Because I don't know what these people were for, where they had this. It could have been just outside sitting. Like I said, they looked very weathered. And to get all the sanding, you know, the debris from the sanding off too. Yeah. So after that, what I did was take off the hardware. So you don't want to paint it with the hardware on. You definitely want to take the doors off and stuff. It's just easier. You don't want to try to tape it off. It's better to just take it off. Just unscrew it and take it off. Put it to the side. So that's what I did. And there's these little black circles at the bottom. Now those I did just tape off. It was really hard because they're circles, so it was a little tedious, but we got it done. Finally, we are able to paint. I'm not an expert painter, like I said. The one thing I would say is I put my coats on pretty thick. I was pretty generous with my paint. I wasn't like putting on the first coat really thin. No, I was dipping and dipping because I didn't want to do 20,000 coats. I don't have time. The only thing that I made sure all my brush strokes were like the same direction. Like I would go different direction while I was painting, but then at the end I would make sure that it was all, I would go over one more time and make sure it was all going the same direction so it looked nice and smooth and it didn't look like, you know. This was the first coat. As you can see, it's kind of, you know, you can tell like this needs more. And I did my doors. I did the doors inside the house because I needed to lay them down. My balcony is not that big. As you can see, I already had crap on my balcony, so I didn't have that much space. And even on my balcony, I put down some garbage bags to make sure I wasn't making a mess. You know, I don't want my balcony to have paint all at the bottom. So I put down some garbage bags, and in the house I put down a couple garbage bags and then just painted on top of them. And this is a sponge that I use for doing the doors, just to get into the little, you know, crevices and the little thin parts, because the brush, you know, doesn't really get in there good. You need something with an angle like this. And this is the third coat. You don't need to see every coat. This is the third coat. You get the point. And as you can see, it's very white. You can't see through it anymore, and that's what I was looking for. So 3 coats is all that I did. And then I just replaced all the hardware, screwed it all back in, and that was it. So I was able to turn that into these beautiful white nightstands, which I love. I think they look so good. And I went online after, what was it? I think it was OfferUp, and I saw somebody was selling very similar nightstands for $200. Makes you think, right? I need to start a business. Maybe once I get a backyard and have space to actually do this comfortably, maybe, who knows, we'll see. So I hope you guys like how they turned out. I personally love how they turned out. Let me know down below what you think. If you have any questions, whatever you guys want to say, put it down below. If you like this video, y'all already know what to do. Help us sister out and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, share, comment, and all that good stuff. And come on back next time for more. Well, all right, you guys. Until next time.